A warm namaste from Ashish here, and a very good evening to my Indian friends, and a good afternoon and good morning to friends joining from other cities and other countries. Thank you all for joining at this time. It's a very tiring day, I guess. It's already Thursday, and I have a very interesting topic. What does a coach does in organizational agility? Organizational agility is a very, very hot topic nowadays, and every organization want to be agile. But the fact of the matter is, not many organizations know how to be agile and what is agility. I recently had a discussion with one of the CIOs of a very top company, and uh, no, he also said that, okay, there have been problems in my organizations. The productivity is not happening. There are a lot of bottlenecks. Motivation is down. You need to do something. And we started discussing about things. Okay. And one of the things that was playing on his mind that let's do agile. Okay. And while on the discussions with him, I could realize he does not understand really what is agile, because according to him, agility was introducing Scrum practices in the organization. And then if you follow the Scrum practice, probably you are doing the project in an agile way. Sometime back, I had experimented, friends, about doing the similar projects in the same organizations with the two teams, one on waterfall and one on Scrum. And from a speed perspective, which many people like to do, both of them actually finished on the same time. The only thing is that the agile way of doing things, probably the quality or the way they did it was much, much better. So it was more streamlined, no extra hours, good consistency, lesser defects. So that was, I thought, what we got from that agile way of working. Quick adaptation, etc. But many people do not understand organizational agility, although it's a need of the hour as well. So today's topic is, how does a coach, okay, another topic which I had taken some time back, okay, 1 month back, what is the difference between a coach and a scrum master? So another topic is, okay, people do not understand what a coach should do against a scrum master. So is coach. So I'm talking of two a little unknown. Maybe all of you know about organizational agility. Also, a lot of you know about coach. Okay, but these two factors are, or these two terms are a little misunderstood, or there is some misconceptions about these two terms. So my topic for today is, does a coach plays a valuable role in organizational agility? So, interesting topic. I don't know how much things I will cover in 45 minutes, but I would definitely give you some things to dwell upon. So here is my topic. I think I will maybe extend it for the next webinar as well, but it looks like to me a very, very interesting topic. And this was recommended by quite a few people for us to take this up. Right. So welcome once again to the webinar. I think some of you have joined later. So as you're joining, welcome to the webinar. For people who do not know me, there are some who have joined, okay, who already know me. So thank you again for joining. And now I have been a very, very curious and a very passionate person on project management, and therefore ProThoughts was a logical extension of that. And I am devoting my current time on disciplined agile and agility. So I keep on learning. Even this webinar is something which I love to do. And I'm still keep on learning from all of you on how things happen in the real workplace. So thank you once again for joining the webinar. And before we start the webinar, I have a question on for you guys. Okay. So if you can answer this poll, it would really help me. So go on, guys. What is agility according to you? Okay, come on. Okay, superb. So the majority has answered delivering value sooner. Okay, so 75% answer that, 33% answer created for all functions in the org, and 17% answer faster speed. So let us see what is agility. So when I talk about organizational or business agility, okay, and there are various definitions of agility. The definitions range from, okay, speed to value creation to a lot of things. But agile has roots in lean. And lean is always talking about how we deliver the value sooner. So agility, according to me, is how, and business agility is how the organizational rapidly adapts to the changing environment, or whatever adapts to, like COVID was one big change, how we organization quickly adapted to that in a cost effective and a productive way is business or organizational agility. In other words, how I reduce my time to market and release the value sooner. And when I say value, value means that the customer consumes it. Customers uses it to gain a positive advantage. That's what I call it value. So business agility is the ability of the organization how to rapidly adapt to the market changes in a cost effective and a productive way. That's what is business agility. If I had to give you various examples of business agilities, okay, and I had prepared and I give a lot of examples of business agility from the day-to-day life, okay, which will include startups or include day-to-day examples. One kind of example is the Swiggy and Zomato in India. Okay, these are, okay, delivery apps, okay, which, okay, give you, food parcels to your home. The problem they are solving is, okay, the waiting time to stand in a queue to grab food. For example, if I am standing in McDonald's for a queue to get something, the waiting time that I am having in a queue or in a restaurant, okay, that is a non-value added time. Zomato and Swiggy reduces that, and they give the delivery at your home while you use that time to do something productive. That's agility, according to me. Okay. Similarly, McDonald's and Starbucks in the same order. Okay. Like we have self kiosk machines on McDonald's. Automations a lot of time, okay, helps in delivering value sooner. Okay, automation also gives you accurate real time. So there are a lot of advantages of technology which helps in delivering value sooner. DevOps, which is the current trending word. Okay, DevOps always is associated with, okay, technology, automation. They try to deliver the value sooner. Right? These are good examples of, okay, agility. Right? The tolls that you see across India, that is also are good examples of delivering value sooner. So guys, so this is another good example of having the toll. Okay, the toll at many places in India has the, you collect the money at the toll, there are huge queues. So many people have changes to make the process faster. I think that is also a very crude example of delivering value sooner. Right? Of course, we can do a still a better job. That's what I mentioned here. But the idea of delivering value sooner. So I wanted to give you very day-to-day examples on how you can deliver value sooner by some techniques which can be automated technology, or some techniques or different techniques, like you have change, you can make different 10 queues out of the 4 queues in the toll plazas that we have. That is possible to deliver value sooner. So agility is not restricted to a single practice or a single methodology. There can be various means to deliver agility. Okay, agility is a concept in, okay, what do you say? It's a concept that many techniques can help to achieve. So this is your way. I'm just giving you examples. Whatever I know, this is like very, okay, I'm making a comment as per my personal knowledge. So don't take it to the things, right? So the traditional banks, okay, probably are now working towards agility, but they use waterfall models to do things. Okay. Whereas I know Digital Bank of Singapore because I worked with them, and their mission is to have everything digitalized. In fact, one of their missions is not to have any branch where there is a physical contact. I think they are trying to go towards agility. Okay, I have put some Indian banks where they might be doing agile practices, but they're still following in the waterfall model. So I've seen many projects. I'm just giving a metaphor here, but I have seen many projects who use Scrum terminologies, but still have that mindset of a waterfall, that false sense of control of doing things. So agile at the organizational level needs to be practiced. It's a mindset that you need to develop, right? I have taken, since I do disciplined agile, I had taken an organizational agility example. This was done for Cooperators Life Insurance in Canada, and they had problems, okay, of number of releases that were happening were quite less. Okay, the productivity was in fact so low. They tried multiple approaches of agile, and if you see here, there were, okay, no, lot of challenges that they had to encounter, okay, for their transformation, right? So they had to work with, changing teams. Okay, they wanted to work, they wanted to be more flexible in terms of creation of teams. Okay, they wanted more long running stable teams. Okay, they wanted a mix of approaches for doing their things. They wanted delivering quicker than usual. Okay, so all these were challenges, and here they actually had coaches which they recruited, and the idea of the coach was to help in the change management. at various level, at the team level, at the org level, okay, and create a, a kind of a pilot team, kind of in our crude language, train the trainer approach, where they will coach multiple teams, and in that they will try to inculcate agility throughout the organization, right? So coaches introduced, and they were used for 6 months in this organization for doing these two things: agile pilot team coaching and the change management. And there were, I think, 12 teams that they worked with in this 6 months. And because of this, there were, okay, a lot of improvements they could see as compared to 6 months back, right? And all of this six improvement: improved visibility, reducing waste, increasing predictability, commitment to continuous improvement, I think they're linked to one another. If you get all the, no, one of these things, I think all these six things will come together. So it was a transformation, and it's still kind of evolving, but this is a case study where the coaches came at a higher level and tried to set the processes. This is, now I took it from that same disciplined agile case studies, and no, so this diagram is a little blurred, okay, and I didn't have time to recreate it, but this also talks about how the themes from the portfolio management teams are translated into initiatives, and initiatives into epics, and epics into stories for the delivery team, and how it happened at various intervals, and how each team was focused on a particular theme or initiative or a story. So there was a approach to deal with these things, and that approach is guided by the coach. So I think in this webinar, probably I could not make you understand a lot of things on this, but I will give you an idea of what the coach does. So according to you guys, okay, what are the three qualities that you require in a coach? You can use multiple questions for that. Can you please go ahead and fill this? What are the three qualities a agile coach should have? Come on, guys. According to you, what are the three qualities a agile coach should have? I would request everyone to fill up this. Okay. Okay, almost 80% answered. Thank you for that. And this is, many people answered the maximum was a facilitator. But let me tell you, as a agile coach, and this is the famous Atkins coaching competency framework, where you need to have all these things together. And agile coach main focus is on the teams rather than a macro focus like a big picture. Big picture is not certainly the agile coach focus. Okay, he's definitely a problem solver, but his focus is more on the teams. That's the first thing he plays with. But if you see the competencies that the agile coaches will have is different competencies. So if you see this broad bucket here at the top is about agile and lean practices. If you look at side competencies, which also constitutes almost 30%, okay, is about coaching, facilitating, teaching, and mentoring. And the last competency is about, okay, which is divided into three quadrants, is transformation, business, and technical. It is highly likely that a coach may not be a master in all these three things. He might be good in two or three, he might be lacking in two or three, he might be average in the others. So he uses opportunity to learn and try to improve on things he's lacking, or tries to master his competency in particular areas, depending on the scope of the work that he is going to do, right? But agile coaches, okay, let me tell you, works on the areas are the teams, and they are outsiders. They are not internal to the team like a scrum master. They work from outside. Okay, they are not into command and tell positions. So they are not there to actually show how to do their things. But the main purpose of the agile coach is to empower people to make the team self-organizing, self-improving, and self-learning. And when I say self-organizing, is to make the people or the team make their own decisions and guide them to solve problems to find effective solutions. Since I do disciplined agile, the disciplined agile uses, and every coach has a lot of ammunition, a lot of multiple tools and techniques. A disciplined agile uses the disciplined agile toolkit to solve the problems. That's the difference. And we believe that that toolkit makes him a superpower coach. So a super coach, right? So that's the incremental difference that he brings to the table. Otherwise, a coach is a very experienced person who brings a lot of tools and techniques to the table. But to gain that experience and tools and techniques, you need to spend a lot of time in the industry, etc. Disciplined Agile helps you to empower that tools and techniques with their own toolkit and gives that additional advantage to that coach. Right? In fact, Disciplined Agile is actually designed, all these things are designed to be a coach rather than a Scrum Master. Let me ask you a question, okay? What is a difference between an Agile coach and a Scrum Master? Can any one of you answer that? What is the difference between Agile coach and a Scrum Master? Come on, this is a very good question. And there is only one correct answer out of this 5. Okay. Okay, lovely. I see a higher percentage here. So this question is better than the previous one, I guess. Good. So almost 88% said that agile coaches work at org level and scrum master works at a team level. And there are 13% which said scrum master with experience becomes an agile coach. Not true. In fact, the correct answer is both the agile and the scrum, agile coaches and the scrum master work at the team level only. The agile coaches, because of their experience and influence, and they actually work with teams and interdependent teams, and can have the additional scope of working at the organization level with the enterprises coaches. Okay, what we believe is that the organization issues or problem manifest at the team level. If your team is doing good, even in a program is made up of multiple teams. And if the program needs to succeed, it is very important. All the teams needs to do the right thing for the program to succeed. So if even one team is not doing the process correct or not doing in agile way, the program will fail. So all the organization problem manifest at team level, and the coach works at and the scrum master works at the team level only. One big difference is scrum master is internal to the team, is one of the primary roles of the team. Coach works from outside the team, right? So that's what it is. So the scope of the primary scope of the coach is the working with the team to improve their way of working. Like I said, self-organizing, self-improving, and self-learning, make them self-learning teams. And also the interdependent team. Okay. So all the teams who work with this team help them solve their problems and make them agile. And then, okay, the last part is help the teams and the organizations in the teams in the organizations to manage the changes and transform themselves into a agile organization. So this is the varied scope of the agile coach. Like I said, okay, we call him the superpower. Okay, the superpower of a DA coach is that he uses the DA toolkit, and the DA toolkit is so expansive and so immersive that it itself gives you multiple techniques and tools to solve a given problem. And that is that advantage that makes him a superpower of a DA coach. Okay, so a disciplined agile coach uses advanced techniques and skills, okay, to help the teams improve their wow or way of working. Right, so it is very, very essential that you understand disciplined agile for that, to use the toolkit. And when I say what is there in, okay, what we do in coach, or okay, as a coach, what he needs to do. Okay, one of the important things that the coaches have their own playbook, and I will just tell you in the new slide what they do with the playbook. So right from developing coaching agreements, okay, setting expectations, and primarily when even the coach is working with the team, he is working with the leadership teams to set expectations. So a coaching agreement is one essential thing that you need to set for doing your work. And then the essential part is the coach playbook, where you identify improvements in the improvement board and pick your minimum viable changes to implement and go on a journey of continuous improvement. So right from overcoming decision barriers, determining the root causes, taking solution, experimenting it, assessing it, working with different teams, okay, different stakeholders, right from the teams, interdependent teams, okay, inculcating the agile mindset, okay, all are part of the coaching strategy. So if I had to summarize what a coach does, he helps teams to solve their problems. Okay, he helps the teams to solve their problems and therefore improve their way of working. I had to put it very simply, that is what a coach does. But it's not as simple as that, because the team is constantly a dynamic team. You are coaching a team which already has a set of problems. And as you're solving the problem, we call it a wicked problem, new problem comes into play. So coach needs to be very matured. He is working with leadership teams to show results in a shorter period of time. Coaching is always a short-term strategy than a long-term strategy, right? So if I had to show you what is the improvement board or what he does as a part of the playbook, the first part is assessment and challenges, assessing the challenges and competencies. So he's discovering different options that you have in the team. In Disciplined Agile, we gave them a mapping solution in a Miro board where people and teams can find different competencies and challenges, and know there is a way to do a dot voting and find out what are the team's challenges and competencies. And through that, we find different opportunities to tackle the challenges. And then, okay, this is a divergence space, and then the team converges to make some choices and notes down the choices, and there is some method to the madness to how to make that choices. So once I know the opportunities, there might be multiple opportunities, but I don't have the bandwidth to do that so many opportunities. So I have a mechanism to work in a disciplined agile coach playbook where I have some rules of the game to make some choices and make it a prioritized choice. And that's what I pull into an improvement board. And once I choose that, that becomes my minimum viable change that I will show as an improvement, right? So this is in a short, in Disciplined Agile workshop, we actually do that. One of the best things about Disciplined Agile coach workshop is that there is hardly any theory. We are doing 19 exercises of 45 minutes each. So we are only doing case studies and doing games and exercises throughout that 24 hours or no 16 hours of our workshop. So it's so much of play, and you're doing the things, and we are giving you tools and techniques to solve the problem, and that's how you're learning on the go. So that's what is one of the best things, and this is just the start. And if you start mastering that, you know how to actually focus on the improvements that we learned as a Scrum Master, and how to implement that improvements, how to continuously monitor that improvement. As a coach, we are giving you the ammunition to do that. So I think this is a fairly good idea what a coach should be doing and helping the teams with. Disciplined Agile includes 143 decision points across its processes. Okay. And within each decision point, there are multiple options, like a roadmap. Like, you choose one options, it's like a baseline to improve to the next option. Okay. So that helps you to take you on a road where you can actually know that, okay, if you can embrace that basic change, there is always a scope of improvement and do better as a new situation evolves, right? So Disciplined Agile as a toolkit is also constantly or continuously improving, taking inputs from the Lean Agile community. So you might know in the next 3 months, maybe there will be 150 decision points. I'm not sure, right? So it's a very wide canvas for a coach to make his decisions and use it. These are some of the customers where Disciplined Agile is used. Okay, I think PMI will soon publish, okay, a fairly new set of case studies and customers. I just saw a message from the PMI CEO. I just commented at 6 o'clock today, and he reiterated and reassured that Disciplined Agile is one of the core products for PMI, and you soon will see agility offerings around the same kind of in that same space. So I'm hoping for some updates in April or March end on the same. This is one of my favorite slides that I have done, and there are so many questions from a certification point of view. Where does Disciplined Agile starts? And Disciplined Agile is a stream of certifications, and it's not only one certification. And like I said, the Disciplined Agile is a journey. Okay, it starts with your basic mastery in what is lean and agile practices. But the whole Disciplined Agile is primarily developed to make you a coach. That's the journey. Okay, to make you a coach, and the journey starts with the basic things of learning the basic agile and lean practices, and knowing what it can do to help your projects. And as you gain mastery, you can go to the senior Scrum Master and then the DSC. The DVSC primarily works at the organizational level, and you require a more expertise probably in a DVSC to implement. So this is your journey. Okay, Disciplined Agile Coaches and the DVSC are at the level 3, which is the master level, and the beginner is the DASM, which is Disciplined Agile Scrum Master. Right. Okay. So I think I am done. Okay. It's almost 8:40. I will take 2-3 minutes just to go through the other stuff that I have. Okay. So there is a podcast that ProThoughts has launched on Disciplined Agile. It's available on all these channels. And if you're interested in that, you can hear about the podcast on the project podcast. Also, we have this group on LinkedIn. I think most of you, okay, sorry about that. Most of you are on this group. Let me assign you. I'm putting it in the chat. Okay, most of you are on this link. In this group. It's one of the fastest growing groups, and we give you a lot of information on Disciplined Agile. I would request you to join and get good updates on Disciplined Agile in this group. Okay, so this is about Disciplined Agile, and we have certification batches. We have ProThoughts in this part of the world is the only one who offers all the Disciplined Agile certification training. So these are the public batches which are coming soon in March or April. So DSSM, DSC, and the DVSC. Thank you once again, all of you, for joining this short webinar. I hope it was useful for you. And I think we can always stay connected. Yes, thank you, Sharik. Okay, and we can always stay connected for new things, new updates. If you have topics that you think I should take, I am willing to explore that. We get recommendations on topics, and we can be happy to take that topic and give you insights. I can happy to get connected on LinkedIn, and if there are any doubts, I can be happy to help you on LinkedIn on any queries that you may have as well. So thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope it was useful for you in some way or the other. And I look forward to seeing you for more things sooner than later. Thank you and namaste. Bye. See ya.